So thank y'all for tuning in to my UFC 319 predictions. The reason I'm starting my MMA channel right now is because the disrespect that Aaron Pico is getting is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, look, we're gonna start with the main event. We got Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. That's gonna be a real killing fight. Dricus is a real beast in these streets. Yeah, shout out to that nigga. But the general take seems to be that Khamzat slows down after the second round, and he's not gonna have the cardio to keep up. So if he doesn't finish Dricus in the first 2 rounds, then he has no chance. But what people don't really pay attention to, you know, when they're using the Gilbert Burns and the Kamaru Usman fights as examples is, yeah, that Gilbert Burns fight was an extremely high-paced fight the whole time. Ain't nobody ever said Gilbert Burns got cardio issues, because he don't. But he was just as tired as Chimaev after the second round going into the third, because they pushed a crazy fight. Like, you can't even find me too many lightweight fights that went that pace. So, yeah, first you got to talk about that. Then they use the Kamaru Usman example about how he's slowing down. It's like, was he slowing down, or was Kamaru picking up because he was rusty? Right? Then everybody act like Kamaru dominated the third round. That third round was real close. It could have went either way. If you watch the fight again, if you just go off of what you heard other people say, you'd be like, oh no, he got manhandled. But yeah, if you actually watched the fight, no, that was, yeah, Khamzat was still pushing. He could have borderline won that last round. Now, do I think if Kamaru had a full camp, that fight would have been different? Yeah, I do. But that don't got nothing to do with what actually happened. So, I think this whole Khamzat cardio narrative is not as accurate as people like to push. And with that said, I think Khamzat's gonna win the fight, whether he submits him in the first 3 rounds or if it's a 5-round decision. Because Khamzat actually got them hands as well. He will put them hands and them feet on you. Like, yeah. And Dricus is tough. Dricus can push. Yeah, I just think it's gonna be a little bit different. Now on to this co-main event, where, you know, my boy Aaron getting all this disrespect. You know, there's a few MMA media outlets that you would think would have some kind of expert opinion, but don't really know how to analyze fighters other than looking at paper. Right? So, James Lynch, MMA Joey, Lucas Tracy, MMA. Like, the disrespect that y'all have for this Aaron Pico career is borderline casual. Like, yeah, true, he did not fight the competition that UFC fighters have been fighting. But you should still be able to look at the skill set, look at the speed, look at the movement, look at how he beat who he beat, and understand what the situation really is. But y'all's only understanding of the situation is the 2 Bellator fighters that came before that didn't do good, and the fact that he lost in Bellator. Like, those are your only fight analytics. So, yeah, well, let me tell you how it worked. Aaron Pico really got them hands. He got the nastiest body shot in MMA. He can really push a wrestling pace that's pretty insane. And he's a very good wrestler. He's very good at mixing his striking with his wrestling now. Unlike them first 3 losses he took in the first 2 years of his MMA career. Right? So with that said, Lerone is a very high level. I consider him a championship level fighter. Do I think he has a possibility to win this? Yeah. But he would have to weather a real serious storm, and he's not known for knocking too many people out. And he's not going to be able to keep the space like he was with Dan Ige, or I'm spacing on the other guy who was fighting. But yeah, he could use his footwork to stay away and keep space even for the takedowns and the striking. He's not going to be able to do that with Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico is going to be in his face, and he's not going to be able to get Aaron out of his face. It's just not going to happen. So, unfortunately, bro, I got to go with Aaron Pico on this. Now, for the third fight of the card, we got Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Prates is a real animal, man. He's a real serious striker. He's a scary dude. But just looking at him at the at the press conference and the weigh-ins, I'm not sure if he's really settled into himself yet. Like, the reality is the dude is a real gangster for real, and he's a really nice dude for real. But for some reason, I think he's still putting on an air to go fight that he doesn't have to put on. And I think that energy is going to mess with him, because Jeff Neal really got them hands as well. He's going to push that pace. So, yeah, I think this is a real dangerous fight for Carlos. I'm going to have to go with Jeff Neal on this. So, and then for Jared Cannonier and Michael Page, man, I just think Jared's going to be a little too slow. I think MVP just going to dance on him a little bit. I think MVP's just going to dance on him. I don't know if he's going to get the finish. He might. But, yeah, if I had to see it, I'll say MVP decision. So, yeah, that's my picks for UFC 319. Thanks for tuning in to my first UFC or MMA video. And I'm going to holler at y'all after the fights to let a few of these MMA media dudes know I told you so. And respect to all of them, MMA Joey, Lucas Tracy, and James Lynch. I'm just talking shit because, we just doing a little video and stuff. But the reality is they do good, consistent work. I like James's fighter prediction videos and all of that. And at least they talking about Aaron Pico. A lot of cats don't even know he out here for real. But yeah, it's time for y'all to stop analyzing fighters on paper and start watching the fighters themselves and understand what their skill sets really do. Because if it was all about records, then Ilia Topuria would have lost to Max Holloway. But yeah, y'all need to start training or something.